Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's Gary with another Fan TV, man. Back at another video. Like the content of this video, go and smash that like button. Content this channel. Go ahead, subscribe, man. Look, yeah, it's been a couple days. Life got a little crazy, but we back with the videos, man. I'm going to the game preview tomorrow. We back on schedule with it, all right? So, all right, Ravens, Seahawks, game status. Let's talk about it. Who's going to play, who's not. What's it looking like for the Ravens, all right? Now, listen, it's quite a lot of names on this list, but it's generally pretty good news for the Ravens overall. All right, really only going to miss a couple of guys here, and there. Most of the guys that's on the injury report are playing. So let's get into it. All right, so guys with no injury designation heading into this Sunday's game versus the Seahawks. Okay, you got Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, Odell Beckham Jr., Ronnie Stanley, Ben Cleveland, and Odafe Owe. Big news. Okay, so questionable. You got Rock Yassin, Daryl Worley, Marcus Williams, and then doubtful, the guy that's look like he's not going to play for sure is Morgan Moses with his shoulder injury. Okay, so it looks like the Ravens are going to have their entire starting lineup entire starting offensive line minus Morgan Moses. Like Pat McCary is going to slide into that role. And this is why Pat McCary was paid. This is why he's one of the most valuable players on a team. If we're just talking about versatility, right? He's a guy who can play literally all five positions on the offensive line. And when somebody goes down, McCary, he steps right in and fills the role. So that's what's going to happen. Looks like this weekend versus the Seahawks is that he's going to play right tackle, and Morgan Moses is going to try to come back maybe next week or two with that shoulder injury. All right. So let's talk about some of the other things that's interesting on this report. Marcus Williams obviously is very, very interesting. He's been out for a while. Getting the hamstring right and also getting his arm right. The pack, we can't forget about that. To me, the few videos that I saw of Marcus Williams, he did look better moving around. Now, there is absolutely no rush to get him on the field this week. The Ravens have 3 home games in the next 12 days. So, Ravens are at a point in the schedule where the games are going to be coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. In my opinion, Marcus Williams could probably sit out this entire stretch and then bring him back after that. So, we're talking about we're in week 9 right now, so 9, 10, 11, maybe bring him back in week 12. Or maybe just wait because I believe the Ravens' bye week is week 13. Just bring him back week 14, man. There's no rush to bring Marcus Williams back, especially with Geno Stone playing so well right now. Let him get right. Let him go. Let him get right for that home stretch and into the playoffs, man. That's when we're going to need Marcus Williams fully healthy. So I'm not looking for him to play this weekend. If he does, great. I think it'll be a limited role, but I'm not really looking for him to play this weekend or on Thursday, right? So I'm not looking for that for him. But it is good that he's out there practicing. That's the important part. All right, Daryl Worley, very, very important special teams player. He's back. Also gives some versatility in the back end as well. If anybody wants to get hurt, like a Geno Stone, Kyle Hamilton, we hope that doesn't happen. But Daryl Worley being back gives the Ravens even more depth at safety. It also adds the strength to their special teams unit, which has been up and down this season, to say the very least about special teams unit. Okay, outside of like Jordan Stout. Rock Yassin questionable with this illness. You would have to think he will play, but we don't know for sure. But no injury designation. A lot of the big time players here. Gus Edwards, great, especially to come off the 3 touchdowns last week, being the NFL ground player of the week. Good to see him on here. No injury designation. Odell Beckham Jr., his time is coming. As far as getting the touchdown, getting the yards, being the kind of impact player that we want him to be, his time is coming. I believe that. As long as the Ravens can more move him into that slot kind of role, we've been talking about this repeatedly. Hopefully, we get to see it. Ronnie Stanley, Ben Cleveland, Odafe Owe. So pretty much big players. Ben Cleveland plays a big part kind of role, but Ronnie Stanley, Odafe Owe, 2 major starters for the Ravens on both sides of the line, are going to be out there active and playing. So this really is good news for the team. There really isn't too much bad news. Obviously, you want to see Morgan Moses play. You want to see your starting offensive line out there. But like I said, this is why the Ravens paid Pat McCary his money, is because when somebody goes down, especially on the offensive line, he can fill in at any spot. It's really a very, very unique and special talent. We got to be honest about that, okay? So, and a guy right here, Keith Mitchell, man. We saw Keith Mitchell literally for a couple of snaps versus Detroit, and then he, hurt his hamstring, tweaked it or whatever. Has been out since then. I guess it's really only one game. But now he's back. I would love to see Keaton Mitchell get more touches, but I think the Ravens might slow play just because that hamstring kind of thing is a very, very sensitive kind of injury. You never know when that can, flare back up on you again. So I do think Keaton Mitchell down the stretch of the season, especially since the Ravens did not add a third running back to this roster. He will start to get more touches as the season goes along, and I'm excited to see that for him because I think he is one of the most explosive players the Ravens have. We just got to get him on the field to really fully see it. I mean, the one touch he had versus the Lions, big game, went for about 12 yards. Really could have been a touchdown if it was blocked just a little bit more better. So I'm excited that he's even available to play. Like I said, this is all really good news for the Ravens. You have guys here. It's week 9. We're I guess really at the midpoint of the season right now. So the injury list is going to be long, right? Everybody is dealing with something. So it's just whether or not they can tough through it and play. So to see these guys, the injury list looks long, but most of these guys are going to be out there playing. So it's really good news for the Ravens. And yeah, man, like I said, game preview is going to happen tomorrow, 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? As usual, we're going to talk about the Seahawks offense, Seahawks defense, some of the numbers behind what they do, keys to the game, X factors. We're gonna cover all of that. And yeah, man, we're back on the train rolling with the videos. Like I said, got a little crazy this week. We'll be back on the train rolling with it, man. So yeah, so definitely stay tuned, man. This is the Ravens injury report. We go over it one more time. Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, Odell Beckham, Ronnie Stanley, Ben Cleveland, Odafe Oweh all playing. Questionable, Rocky Sin, Daryl Worley, Marcus Williams. I'm thinking you're seeing and Worley play. Doubtful Morgan Moses with the shoulder injury. He's probably going to be out. We will see a lot of Patrick McCurry versus the Seahawks, man. So, Ravens, good news on the Game Side Reports. Give me any thoughts and comments down below. I reply. You know what I mean? So, I'll talk to you guys there. It's Gabriel, just on Fan TV. I'm out.